Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Amjad and today I'm going to talk to the parents of our country on a very important topic that has become a major concern for all the people and the parents of India. And that topic is paying the fees to the schools. My dear parents, before I begin, let me tell this to you. You must have come across this notification that the schools are going to reopen after August. That means it is going to be a very long time for the students, your children, okay, to go back to the school because they are there at home from March, April, May, June, July, okay, for 5 6 months. So this is going to be the first time in the history of India that the schools are going to start very late because of the virus, and your children are supposed to go back to the school, okay, after a very long period of time, after a very long time, okay. So my dear parents, I completely understand and accept you may be having a few genuine reasons for not paying the fees on time or not paying the fees to the schools. Okay, I completely understand that. But before you stick to your decision, there are a few consequences you have to be concerned about. Okay, and those challenges and consequences are directly hitting the teachers. Okay, they are breaking their self-esteem, their confidence, and their hopes that they have from children and from the parents, as they will have some sympathy for them in this hard time. You are telling that your businesses are down because of this lockdown. You have not earned any profit from your businesses. That is why it is very hard for you to pay the fees of your children at schools. But my dear parents, I have a question for you. Do you think that the teachers have a second source of income? Do you think? They do not, right? They are mainly dependent on the income they get from the school, and that is how, when you pay the fee of your child on time, they get the salary, and that is how they live their lives. I have a second question for you. You may say that you pay the fees on time and you have been paying the fees of your children for all these years on time. If you did that, or if you do so, I really appreciate that. But my dear parents, you need to know one more thing here. There is a second category of parents who always delay to pay the fees. Because I belong to this field, I belong to this sector, and I'm telling this to you from my experiences that whichever school you may go to, there is always this category of parents who always pays the fees of their children very late. Okay, this category of parents, they keep the fee of 3 months or 4 months or 5 months to pay at one single point of time when they are called to the schools. Okay, that means whenever there is a parents teachers meeting, or there are examinations of the children and some hall tickets are to be issued to the students, the parents come to the school immediately and they clear the fee of 3 months or 4 months and 5 months. Okay, this was one strategy which was implemented by many schools in the country, that they used to keep the hall tickets of the students, and they used to issue those hall tickets to the students whenever the fee is paid by the parent. I do not accept that kind of strategy, because even many governments have stopped and asked the schools not to implement and continue with that strategy. And the schools, they believe that no child should be stopped from writing the examination only because the fee is an issue. So the parents are called all the time before any examination, and they are notified that they have to clear the fees, and then the children are supposed they write the examinations without any trouble, without any problem. So what is happening now? The second category of parents is, I am very sad to say, they are taking an advantage of the situation and they are delaying to pay the fees now. And my video is directly to those parents who have delayed to pay the fees and now taking the advantage of the situation and giving this excuse that they cannot pay the fee now, okay, which is not acceptable at any cost. Okay, my dear parents, let me tell you, if you really have, if you really belong to that category, okay, please answer my question. The lockdown was announced in India and officially started from March 24, hardly leaving 10 days or 1 week to wind up the academic year. Okay, you know this very well that in India the academic year starts from June and ends in the month of March. In few states it may be in the month of April when there are few examinations, and after examinations there are just the vacation. There is just the announcement of vacation, right? Yes. So we were having only 7 days or hardly 10 days to wind up the academic year. That means the parents of the second category were supposed to pay the entire fee before the school was going to close. But what happened? This category of parents, they delayed to pay the fees, which means to say that they were having 3 months or 5 months or 4 months of fee to pay. And once this lockdown has been announced, now they are blaming the schools and trying to take the advantage by saying that they are broken down because of this lockdown and they do not have any money to pay the fee. Okay, do you really accept this excuse? And if you say this is not an excuse, I'm telling this to you from my experiences, my dear parents, there is a category of this parents almost in all the schools. Okay, and all the schools have to suffer with this category of parents. They always delay the payment of fees to the schools, right? Because not only of the lockdown, in the past years also, whenever there was an examination or there was something in the school kind of event or anything, this category of parents always delay to pay the fees. Okay, just like if you are running any business, okay, let me tell this to you, you may calculate the profit and loss and some bad debts also. Okay, the same way in schools, the major bad debt is from this category who do not pay the fee and they just continue at the same school saying that they will clear the fee in the next academic year. Okay, so this excuse has always been there from many years, and because of this lockdown now it is becoming a major concern. Okay, but personally, as an educator and as a leader of this field, I cannot accept this excuse at this point of time. I have another question to the parents. Okay, just tell me, how many schools do we have in India? Some of the parents may think that the schools are earning huge money and the teachers are rich, the management is rich, everybody is rich at school. Okay, just answer my question, how many schools do we have in India? According to the survey, we have nearly more than 30 lakh schools in India, both recognized and unrecognized. And I have a second question here. How many teachers do we have in India? We have approximately 1 crore teachers according to the data. Okay, we have 1 crore teachers in India who are now sitting at home, hopefully thinking and praying that someday the parents are going to support them and the parents will help them in this hard time. My dear parents, if you say that the teachers of all these schools in India, they are earning well, okay, their salaries are nice, handsome salaries, okay, they may be having their savings so that this lockdown will not affect them, or maybe even after the lockdown the situation may not affect the teachers. So my dear parents, you are having a wrong concept. You are having this big misunderstanding about teachers. I am telling this to you from my experiences that for the last 4 years I have been recruiting teachers for many schools, and this was always a question. Even when you go and apply for a job at any company, you will be asked this question: what is your expectation for this role? You may be saying some amount, right? But the kind of answer I got from the teachers for the last 4 years, that shocked me, okay, and it is going to shock you as well. I'm narrating this incident from Kerala because I was a principal there in Kerala at some school. So there were not only there was not only one, but there were three, four teachers who only said that we are expecting 5,000 as a monthly salary, where we were paying 10,000 and 15,000 as a basic salary at that particular school. I was expecting that the teacher may ask 10, 12, 15, or maybe 20,000, because we were hiring the teachers based on their skills and talents. So a skilled teacher asks only 5,000 rupees as a monthly salary. 5,000, okay, which is nothing if you are staying in the city. I travel to my office. I go to my office every day and I come back, okay. I use my four-wheeler and I have a two-wheeler. I have to pay nearly 15 to 20,000 only for the fuel, okay. Where is 5,000? And if you do not believe in whatever I'm saying, please go have a visit to the schools in rural area and to the villages where the schools are. Go to the teachers and find out. I understand and I agree that there are few top schools, international schools, and good paying schools where the salaries are nice, but all the schools do not do that. You may be asking that why is it like that? One school in the city is paying 25,000 and the other school is paying only 8,000. Why is such a difference? Okay, the only difference is the schools that pay handsome salaries to the teachers, okay, there are the top schools with good facilities at the schools. But the schools who are paying only less to the teachers, okay, they do not have many facilities as you see those facilities at top schools, okay. And the fee that is charged, okay, at those schools does not cross 15,000 or maybe 20,000 for one student in a year, okay. And there are schools in our country in some rural areas where the students hardly pay 10,000 or 8,000 rupees per year for one academic year, I'm saying. So now you tell me, if there are 300 students at that particular school where each child pays 8,000 or 10,000 as the yearly tuition fee, what will be the salary of teachers? Tell me. Do you think that the school can pay 1 lakh to each teacher? That will be the biggest joke of, I think, this year, right? The teachers are earning very less, okay. You have to agree, you have to understand that, okay. And if you are sticking to the decision that you are not willing to pay the fee, okay, this is going to hit those skilled teachers we have in India, okay, the trained teachers, the teachers who can go extra miles to help your children learn something better, okay, and they can develop the future of your child, okay. Your decision is going to break their hopes, break down their self-esteem and confidence, and they are likely to do some odd jobs. I came across this notification that a guy somewhere in North India joined as a laborer, a daily wage earner, just because he cannot earn or work at school because the school cannot pay the salary. And after the teachers, if you want to know who are the people, okay, who will be badly hit because of your decision, are the drivers, the cleaners, the supporting staff at school. The drivers, who bring big yellow bus, okay, outside of your home, picks your the driver who picks your child to school, okay, and drops back, okay, and the cleaner who maintains the entire hygiene at the in the bus, and at the same time the supporting staff who do an extra job, okay, just to keep the entire school clean and hygienic. They come to school and they earn 5,000, 6,000 or 7,000 for 1 month, okay. Do you think they are paid 25,000 or 50,000 per month? You know, the IR, the buses, the drivers, and the cleaning staff? I don't think so. Okay. So these people who are earning 7,000 or 8,000 per month, okay, if the schools are closed and if the parents are saying that they will not pay the fee, how that is going to affect them? Just think about it for 1 minute. Okay. And do you want to know, my dear parents, even after knowing that the parents are not going to support the teachers are taking some extra efforts just to educate your child through online education. Have you ever heard about virtual education or online education before the lockdown? I bet you 95% or 90% of the schools, they did not even try for this online or virtual education before the lockdown. Some of the schools, they tried when the teacher was sick. Okay, she took the class when she was at home. Okay, that was very rare. But now this has become a very common practice among all the schools or many schools in the country. The teachers who always preferred to have this physical transaction with the students, okay, inside the classroom, are now taking an extra effort, standing in front of the camera, recording everything, or teaching your children effectively. Okay, you may be having one, two, or three kids at home. Okay, but my dear parents, when your children come to school and when they are there in the classroom, there are 25 or 30 children to manage. Okay, that is one thing. Now because of this lockdown, when the teachers are ready to educate your children through online education, just tell me, is that really easy to take a session on online and manage the attention of all the students at a time? When the students are not physically present, they are sitting somewhere in different parts of the state, parts of the city, okay, in front of the screen, holding the gadget and learning from the teacher. Do you think that is that really easy? If you say that is really easy, I will have a session for you. Okay, you have to take a session for some group of students, and then let's see how is it going to be easy for you and for the teachers. So you have to appreciate those teachers who are taking this extra effort. Okay, this something which they have never done before in their life, in their professional life. Okay, they are doing this now only because they are caring for your child, they are there to support your child for the academics of your child. Okay, matter of fact, if the child does not do good in academics, what is the situation now? In the previous decade, whenever the child did not perform well in the examination, the child was backfired, the child was tortured, the child was scolded multiple times, even at schools, by the teacher, by the principal. And whenever the child went back home, okay, the parents scolded him, right? But now what is the situation? Tell me. If the child does not score good, the parents will be the first person who will call up the teacher and scold the teacher, saying that how come my child did not perform well in the examination when he prepared for everything at home. Okay, so just tell me, how much do you want the teachers to suffer? Don't you think the teachers in India are unnecessarily pressurized? They are tortured mentally, emotionally, okay, spiritually. And when they go back home, do you really think they will be spending time with their family with the peace of mind? No. Whenever they go back home, they will be have something or the other just to complete, because when they come to school on the other day, they will be there for your child, for your children to support, to educate. So you have to appreciate the teachers who are taking extra efforts even in this lockdown, and maybe until August, when we came across this notification that the schools are not going to open. So the teachers who are taking extra effort in June, July and August, you have to support these teachers by helping them in the way that is expected. Okay, and my dear parents, please remember this thing as well. If your businesses are down, if you're facing losses, okay, because of this lockdown, your business may take over in the next month, or maybe after 3 months or 6 months. You can have your own strategies just to reboost your businesses. Fine. But think about teachers. Like I asked in the beginning, do they have the second source of income? They do not. So how do you think the teachers are going to overcome from this problem? And please remember this. There were few schools who used to charge for April and May, even though April and May are the months given as vacation to the students. Okay, in different states there are different dates. Okay, when the vacation starts and when it ends. Okay, but government stopped that practice and said that you have to charge. Okay, the government said to the schools that the schools may charge only for one academic year, that is from June to March. For April and May, some schools are supposed not to charge. Okay, they are expected not to charge the parents. Okay, now think about those teachers. You may be thinking that the teachers get the salary of April and May, which is basically, we say, the vacation salary. But please remember this, many schools in our country, they do not pay the vacation salary to the teachers. Only the top schools or the top performing schools of every city or every state, they pay the vacation salary to the teachers. Okay, but we are in this lockdown, right? The schools are closed. The school said it's hard for us to pay you the salary, because the fee is becoming an issue. Okay, now count with me. They got the salary of March. Now count from April, May, June and July, August. Okay, these are the 5 months. And even after that, September, they have to work for the whole month of September. Okay, and they get the salary month of October. So that means they are going to stay without salary for these many months. Okay, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 6 months. For 6 months, the teachers are going to stay without salary. Now tell me, do you really think that your decision has something to do with breaking the spine of teachers, breaking the self-esteem, breaking the confidence of the teachers? If you really think it does, so please rethink on your decision. Okay, and I'm not telling you to pay the entire fee, please. Okay, whatever the fee you are supposed to pay, you have to pay. Okay, or you belong to the second category that I mentioned, the parents who always delay to pay the fee to the schools. If you belong to that category, talk to your schools and please clear the dues. Okay, so that the teachers who are supposed to receive the salaries, they may get the salary, at least something from the schools. Okay, now when it comes to June, July and August, the teachers who were willing to join, or the teachers who are enthusiastic about joining schools, just tell me, they will be supposed to join in the month of September. Okay, but June, July, August, these 3 months, they are going to stay without a single penny. How is going to be easy for them? Okay, so please support the teachers in these hard times. And I personally believe that the teachers, they will never, okay, no teacher in India will ever say that I'm not going to teach your child unless and until you pay the fee. No teacher can ever do that, and I'm 100% sure that no teacher will do that in India. So the teachers also expect the same thing from you. Okay, so talk to the management, talk to your school, and see how you can sort out this problem and how you can support those teachers. Okay, so that's it from me, and I'm really thankful that you watched this video from the beginning until here. And if you understand my words, and if you think that these whatever I said is right, so please extend your support to the teachers so that they will be thankful to you and they'll be grateful to you always. Okay, and that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.